Hi guys, I'm Swati Manshramani
And I am Animesh.
and you're watching Couple Tube where we would discuss everything that happens in a relationship of a couple, be it a teenage couple, be it a couple into adolescence, or be it a couple that have met after one of the divorces or like breakups or whatever. So anything and everything that happens between a couple, we would discuss about them, about those issues or about those scenarios.
Actually, many a times it so happens that we, as a couple, maybe a very strong couple, maybe just building the relationship, but along the way, there comes a lot of marketing messages from media, movies, and also a lot of things that we hear about as right or wrong. And many times they form a strong perception, and those perception ultimately leads to some difficult situations in many relationships, including ours. We are no exception. And through our experiences and also through studies of various psychological and relationship books, we have come to know many aspects of a relationship which, if we know a prior, maybe that we can build the relationship very well from the beginning, or at the middle of the relationship, if let's say we are struggling with those right knowledges and right informations and right perspective or perceptions, corrected perceptions, we can actually save our relationship or build it for better. And I think this is the intention of our this channel, where we take out the difficult challenges in every relationship and try to build in a very logical and understand what are the rights and wrongs that we can do in order to improve any relationship. Right?
Right, absolutely. So basically, today's topic that we want to talk about is possessiveness in a relationship, in a couple's relationship. Well, many people, like I am a big Quora fan, so I keep reading a lot of Quora and about parenthood, about relationships, about couplehood. And so this is one thing which I do find on Quora, that is people consider possessiveness as a red flag in a relationship, and people are like, oh, if he or she is that possessive, then it's a red flag and break up. And for me, I'll tell you from my personal experience, I am a very possessive person myself,
And so am I.
and so is he. So possessiveness was never a red flag for any of us.
See, it's let's face the fact. Whenever we get committed to a person, we think all ideal, that everything would be right about that person. But at the end of the day, we all are human and we have our imperfections. But this being possessive is one aspect of being human which is taken very harshly, be it by her or be it by him. They think being possessive means it's wrong. But is it really wrong? I think that is the thing that we wanted to talk in today's discussion. And I, as a person, feel that when you are truly in love with someone, only then this possessive nature truly comes out. Now, of course, there are different types of people who try to be controlling about your partner, and from that point of view, they try to restrict and
Be
hold,
possessive.
be possessive. It's not really being possessive. It is more like a controlling and restricting the life.
Like for example, I would like to pitch in over here and say
Absolutely.
that I'll tell you something. So suppose like we both love each other a lot and we both are possessive about each other, but this possessiveness is not really controlling. This possessiveness is like, I love you so much, I do so much for you, I care about you, I care about your emotions, but I am possessive about you.
Yeah.
Every emotion of yours or every time that you do spend should be mine,
Exactly.
and you shouldn't take the time away from me. That doesn't mean he cannot talk to his friends or colleagues on phone or whatever it is all allowed, but the thing is that the family time, the chunk of the time which should be mine, is mine. And also I restrict him from talking to any other female colleague or friends or whoever it is. That is because I am possessive. He's my partner and I love him, and I am possessive about that, but I think I have a right to stop him from doing things which he doesn't like, because I think as a partner I give him a lot, to take care of him, to make him happy, and vice versa. He gives me a lot to take care of me, to make me happy. He gives everything that I would have ever wanted. And in return, if he asks, if he's possessive and if he asks of something, I'll happily give it away. I mean,
absolutely,
that's the possessiveness we talk about.
Exactly. That was precisely the point that I was trying to make. That when someone truly cares for you, someone truly loves everything about you, that person, be it him or her, wants to spend every little emotion with you. And they want you also to share every little emotion with them. And when that doesn't happen, when that person sees that you are sharing the emotion with some of your friend or some of your relative or some other person, you may not be coming from any wrong intention. It is not about your judgment towards your character or your intentions. It is all about the other person wants 100% of your emotion to belong to him or her. And at that time, when you share that with someone else, the possessive nature of the partner comes out. So now let's understand, is it really wrong? To me, if your partner is doing everything right with you, taking care of you, loving you, giving you the respect, giving you the emotion, giving you the support, that person is doing everything in his control or in his power or in his abilities to take care of you in a right way, which is the true meaning of love. Love is not just emotion. Love is actions done to take care, to show affection. And if your partner is doing that, then when you go and share your emotions or your happiness with somebody else, then your partner is very much bound to feel bad about it, because he is doing everything for you and he wants everything about you to belong to him or her.
And it's like in this particular scenario or society which we see very often, it is this, that people are like, but I'm just talking to my friend, he or she is just my friend, and like you should understand it's not my character. But the thing is that why don't you understand that if he loves you so much and if he's expecting you to restrict yourself to him when it comes to your emotions or sharing things which he doesn't like you to share, and if he is worthy of you,
exactly,
you choose to stay with the partner, you choose to be in love with the man, so why do you want to hurt them? And that's why we do not see possessiveness as red flags in our relationship. But then we are not talking about the criminal side
the
of the
controlling part of it.
Possessiveness.
See, it's very simple. If someone truly loves, cares and does his or her best to you, then they have the rights to be possessive about you. If they don't do that part and then they try to control your life, then that's wrong. Just get out of that place. That's a red flag. But if someone is doing everything they can for you and they are showing this emotion of being possessive when you go out and do something else which doesn't involve that person, then that's, according to me and her and us and in general, I don't think that's anything wrong. Think about it in this way. When you are in relationship with your partner or a person, you are committed to that person, right? You are investing, and that person is investing all his emotion and effort and everything in you. So if you don't take care of the other person's emotion and go by just the logic of being right or wrong, then why are you in a committed relationship? You just live your life, do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be in a committed relationship. No one is holding you there. It was a choice you made to be committed. So once you are committed and once the other person is doing the right things for you, then there is no logic there to say that, hey, I'm just talking to my friend, it is the right thing to do. You are a person who has a cheap mind or wrong mind, who takes things wrongly. Why do you do that and then make the other person feel miserable? I don't think that's right. Here you are wrong, because the other person is doing everything right for you and you are not caring for that person and going out and doing things which you feel right, which may not be right according to the other person. So here it is not about right wrong, it is about caring for the emotions of the person who truly cares and does everything for you.
Absolutely, right? Completely agree with it. Very well said, Anu.
Absolutely. And I think if there is love, there is bound to be possessiveness. And if there is no possessiveness, then it is just mutual mutual
Co-living, I think.
co-living.
This
It is.
co-living
I don't think it's love. Hey.
Love does come with a certain amount of possessiveness.
It has to. It has to, because the other person is truly from the emotion investing in you. So of course that that hug or that what shall I call that mind where he wants all your emotions to belong to him or her is the right thing. That's part of being in love, and there is nothing wrong about it. Isn't it, Swati?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you would like to add here?
No, that's it. I mean, I
Just to let you know, I was super possessive at the beginning of our relationship about her, because she is a modern outgoing girl, and typically I wouldn't initially have liking towards that.
Are you
So
still possessive about me having become a mother and having...
No. I am still possessive about her, but things have changed. At the beginning of a relationship, what happens is one has to prove themselves that they are worthy of the other person's emotion. There is nothing wrong here. It's not that you have to prove yourself for someone, and why should you do that? There's no logic here. That's the true definition of love. Love just doesn't happen out of magic. It has to be done. Love is when you do the right things for the person you care about. That's love. Okay, so let's say when I was very possessive about her right at the beginning, and she would get a slightest of the hint that yes, I am not feeling right about it, she won't come and tell me that, hey, you are a wrong person, how can you stop me from this? Rather, she will just stop doing that. And once she started doing that and continued doing that, I just realized that, hey, why should I even feel bad about anything? She's all mine, or everything about her belongs to me.
Because if you love somebody, you should be able to give.
Exactly.
Like, you cannot just expect from the person. That's not how it should be.
Exactly.
I mean, you should learn to give. I have learned over the course of years how to give as well. This was one aspect in which I gave, but there were a lot of aspects in which I didn't know giving. We would discuss about that. But he knew how to give in those aspects, and it was a mutual learning how to give to each other more and more and more, because he ended up receiving.
See, ours was just an example we gave, but what we are trying to convey is, in general, love means doing the right actions of care about the person you love. And if your partner is doing that, then he or she has every right to tell you that he or she doesn't like certain things. And at that time, it is not about whether that is right or wrong. It's about valuing the person who truly cares for you. That's all. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
that's it. And so we just want to conclude by saying that possessiveness is not a red flag.
We kickstart this new journey of
but
this
you
channel.
Have no idea what it did take us to kickstart it, because with an infant that we have, we
have a 10 months old newborn
baby,
who is just sleeping, and we are just trying to manage time to do whatever best we can. So we will again come back with a lot more interesting
videos,
and topics which should not be based on any bookish or theoretical or what others want to hear. It would be about true
practical solutions
which
insights,
which may not align with the norms of things that we so-called hear about, but doing those things are the right thing for your relationship, and doing those things will really help you improve in any relationship.
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that, we take a leave. Take care. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.